welcome to the Buzz Around Texoma. I'm your host, Emily Nelson, and this is where we're going to be sharing the people, places, and things that make Texoma so special to us. So today we have Miss Kari from For the Kids Foundation, and they're doing a Burnin Asphalt Poker Run. Isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to get some more information about that today, which I'm super excited about. So could you provide us kind of an overview of what the event is?
So what it is it's a 100-mile ride all around Texoma. We will start at Texoma Harley-Davidson, where you register, get signed up, and then we're gonna go to 4 other stops around the lake, and back at Texoma Harley, where we announce the winner of the day.
Super fun. So I heard that this has been going on for a few years now, right?
Yes.
More than a few.
Yes. So a long time ago, Mad Rock used to host this. They took an interlude for whatever reason, and then when we started For the Kids, we wanted to have a long motorcycle ride, or we want to include Jeeps and we can't do side-by-sides on this, cars, anything like that, but we want it to be a long day of fellowship. Mad Rock used to do that, so we got the approval from them to use the name Burnin Asphalt so that people would recognize the event. But it's just all about having fun, raising money so that we can give it back to families in need in the community.
Awesome. So you're obviously with For the Kids Foundation,
yes,
right? Okay, so what does that benefit? What is your guys' mission? What do you do? What do the funds go towards, pretty much?
So our mission is to be able to help kids in the community, whether directly or indirectly through their parent or guardian. We do not issue any money directly to the families that we're helping. This year, we've given away almost $10,000, which is already at record pace for the year. We've paid rent for a few single moms. We have a family that we're actually going shopping for this evening that their house burnt down and they lost everything. So we're going to go and take the mom shopping so that she can get her kids the necessities. If they need some food, we're going to get them food. It's just to help them get through this hard time and take some of the stress off their shoulders so that the kiddos don't feel it as much.
Right. So what kind of revenue are you looking to bring in from it? Because I heard you say that you guys have already given away $10,000 this year, which is huge.
Yes.
So what are you looking to bring in from the event to be able to do more?
So last year we made about $8,000, which is amazing, and that equates to about 4 families that we help. We typically stay between $1,500 and $2,000 depending on how many kids it is and what we're doing. So last year was about $8,000. We're hoping at least for another $8,000 to $10,000. Just more people are needing it, so we've put out a lot more this year. Compared to last year. And then in July, we also have a back to school drive where we gave away almost 8,000 school supplies last year.
Wow.
And so we're going to be doing that again in July. So we constantly do things throughout the year so that we can help multitudes of people.
So what would you say that the community's participation, what role do you say that the community plays in being able to do this outreach for you guys?
Well, our board is only the face, right? Without the community, without sponsors, companies that sponsor us, without people that come and participate, people that volunteer, we wouldn't be able to do this. We're just lucky that people see our faces, but without the army that's behind us, we're nobody.
So how can people get involved if they want to get involved directly with your organization? What are some of your needs that you need from the community?
So of course money goes a long way, right? But if you know a company or somebody that wants to sponsor, or even a family that wants to say, hey, I have $100 or $25, I'm not going to say no. Our board won't say no. $25 during the school year, I mean, that's 25 to 50 supplies depending on what we're buying. So there's always need. Volunteers are great at events. You know, our board is always there, but sometimes the board needs to be able to go and talk to people. So if I have people stationed at registration that we can count on, or they go to the stops to get the stops ready. When it comes to school supplies, just being there, because we let the kids go shopping. So we help them bag it up and things like that. So any little bit of help, any donations, even if there's school supplies that people want to drop off, we'll take those. We're not picky by any means, because the more that we get in, the more we can help going out.
That's awesome. I love that. I love your mission too. That's really a needed area in our community.
Oh, it is. It's so, and it breaks my heart to tell people no. But we don't have endless funds, and we do have to go through and see who needs it the most, or who's affected the most. The rent, it's always nice to pay people's rent, but like going and taking a family shopping is so much more personable because we get to spend time with them. And we helped somebody last year or 2 years ago that the mom called me last week and said, hey, my baby's graduating next year and she wants you and your husband to be there. Will y'all be there? And all we did is we took them shopping and we went and took them to dinner so that we could say, hey, you have an army behind you. If you can't get in touch with your mama, we're here as well. Don't forget us. And so that's what means the most is when you can see the gratefulness that the moms, the dads, the kids, I love it when the kids feel safe and they come to you. And so that's probably the most rewarding part in all of this.
So do the families and kids get to participate in the event too and be out there during the day?
Yes. If they want to, they're definitely able to. When we help somebody, we never release the family's name. Right. It's family 1, 2, or 3. Number one, kids nowadays can be mean and petty, but we also don't want to put someone's personal life out there where they may be embarrassed that they're having to get help. But we do have to be transparent and let the people that support us know what we're doing. So if we're paying rent, we post a copy of the check. Tonight, after we go shopping, we will post all the receipts so people can see exactly where the money's going and how it's being used so that, number one, we continue to get the support.
That's very good. So are there so back to the event a little bit, are there any special fun activities or prizes or features that you want to delve into a little bit more?
Well, so this year we're going to go back. Last year I try and change the games up a little bit. So this year we're going to draw your card. You're going to be playing beer pong or water pong, whatever you want to call it. But the person that wins the overall best poker hand will win $1,000 cash.
Heck yeah, that's pretty good.
So it's donated because we can't give it,
right?
But somebody donates it directly for the winner. And I think that's probably one of the biggest payout events that has that's in our area. I believe Mad Rock did something similar or close to it, and so we wanted to keep it the same since we were trying to keep the momentum the same. And it's just fun to be with people and see people excited and happy, and and then when somebody wins $1,000, they're always happy.
Oh yeah, they're always excited. Now, do you pressure them to donate it back ever? Or do you sit there and say, give us this money back?
I mean, I would love to. The first year the family gave it back. The second year the gentleman kept it. But someone once told someone on our board that the people came, we don't know what their situation is, but they did come and they knew that there was money. So if they want to give it back, I'm definitely not going to say no. If they walk away, I'm still going to shake their hand and say congratulations. Because they came out knowing that they could win something, and they may have a bill that needs to be paid, and they're taking, not only are they trying to give, they just happen to win as well. So you can't fault the person if they don't donate it back. Because you just never know.
I like that perspective.
It's a lot. Sometimes it can be hard. It can be hard, but it's true. We don't know what somebody's going through at home, or they may have a family member that's struggling and they're going to take that to help them. So, it's, you just nod and smile.
Yeah, pretty much. Because sometimes I feel like you go to those and when the person wins, everyone's kind of like, okay, what are they going to do now? What are they going to do with it?
They do. And I know for my husband and I, we don't win anything except maybe a $20 50-50, and we're just like, here, just take it back.
Take the money back. I normally will win like the wine cooler maybe.
Yes.
Like a thank you.
But it's okay. It's all in good fun, and people do pay to register, so we get the money from registration. We got the money from sponsors. We do a 50-50 where we end up keeping half the money. We draw a winner for the 50-50. People sometimes donate that back, sometimes they keep it. But it's all in good fun. And at the end of the day, we did get sponsors, so that does help us. So anything that happens the day of the event is just bonus.
Okay, very good. Well, if people want to come on out, what do they need to know about it?
So it's Saturday, June 7th. I believe we have registration starting at 9:30. The Harley shop opens at 9. You are more than welcome to get there at 9. And if I get set up, we'll start a little bit sooner. What we call kickstands up is going to be at 10:30, and that's when the event leaves Harley-Davidson, and we will go to the different stops. And we try to come back and be there by about 4. Sometimes it's 4:35. It just depends on how long people drag their feet.
So do they need to register or anything beforehand, or just
No, just
come on out?
Just come to the dealership. You can register then, and we'll get started.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight about For the Kids while we're here?
We just have a lot that goes on throughout the year. We're on Facebook. We're trying to get a website built so that we can do a little bit more each year. We continue to grow, and that's the best thing there is.
Very good. Well, you heard it here, folks. For the Kids, Burnin Asphalt Poker Run on Saturday, June 7th at Harley-Davidson. So excited for that. It's benefiting a great cause. Great work to you. Very good.
Thank you.
Next up, we will have Miss Sandy Rehkopf with the Sherman Chamber of Commerce. We'll be seeing what the Chamber's been up to lately. Thanks for joining us. Welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma, everyone. I am here with our next guest, Miss Sandy Rehkopf, the president and CEO of the Sherman Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you so much for having me. This is fun.
Thanks for being here.
It's perfect timing because we have a lot of stuff going on. It's hot at the Sherman Chamber in June.
Very good. So what's going on in June? You want to dive right into it?
Sure.
Okay.
So we'll just start from the top. June 6th, we had to reschedule our golf tournament this year. And it's this, it's just a golf tournament fundraiser. We rescheduled it because of the rain. So June 6th, the first week of June, we're going to kick off our golf tournament. It's all sold out. All the sponsorships are sold out. So it's already a successful event. So I can't wait to get in the sunshine finally.
Very good.
After that, so the second week of June, we've got a it's plug-in. So we do every month we do a plug-in, which is basically our networking event, that all chambers do. But we've kind of added a little spunk to our plug-in on the first or second Tuesday of every month, and we do a new member spotlight. So our ambassadors bring out all of the new members that have signed up to the chamber, and we get to meet them and get to know them and get to know their business. So it's a great way to spotlight them, and they feel special right off the bat. So that same week, in fact, just 2 days later, then we're going to do our education series, and that is artificial intelligence.
Oh, hot topic right now.
Yes, it is. We have decided there's been several organizations that have done just a kind of a superficial, this is what AI is all about, and this is what ChatGPT is and does. But we've decided to go much, much deeper. We're going to actually do a 2-hour workshop and actually teach them to create a robot assistant. So it'll be fun. We've got to limit the numbers to about 20 people, and we've already got about half of those registered. So the registrations are already filling up for that. But I think it's going to be awesome. I took my staff to a full day immersive AI conference, and we went in 4 people and we came out 8 people because we all have robots now. In fact, a couple of us have 2 robots. So
love it.
Artificial intelligence is the new thing, and we're making sure that everybody knows what they're doing with it. So super fun. Yeah. Help people run their business. So, and then we get to round out the month with our regional after hours, which is always cool. We're hosting it this quarter. We have for years, long before I came, I've only been at this a year here in Sherman, but Eddie Brown previously had a partnership with Durant Chamber, Denison Chamber, Pottsboro Chamber, and the 4 together would do these quarterly after hours events and take turns hosting it in different cities. And it was always very successful. People loved it. Well, this year, I actually hosted a little luncheon with some more of the Grayson County chambers and said, y'all should come join this little thing. So we have brought in Van Alstyne Chamber, one of our smaller chambers, to be a part of it this year or this month. And so we're hosting it on June 26th. We've got a new 903 Brewery is opening up a brand new brewery tap house downtown in Sherman. So we're going to host it there. And fun little addition, the Texoma FC, which is our new professional soccer team, will be partnering with us as well. And they're going to have some players there, mascot there, signing autographs, all that fun stuff. So
that's super fun.
I know, what a month. I know.
That's a whole lot.
I gotta get my roller skates on and get plenty of sleep.
For everyone who wants to get involved, there's plenty of ways to get involved this month in June. But I would love to backtrack. I heard you say that you've only been here for a year.
Yes.
So, what led you to Sherman? What inspired?
I can only blame it on the Lord above because it was just a really strange situation. I fell into the chamber industry. I literally tripped and fell into the chamber industry way back in 2014 in Waxahachie, Texas.
Okay.
And I was the CFO there because I was a bookkeeper, and events transpired to where the president position became open about a year and a half or so after that. I applied and got it, and worked really hard and was the Waxahachie Chamber president for many years. We did a weird little switcheroo in the town. They needed some more community outreach in the school district. We needed more economic development at the chamber. So I moved over to the school district. The former mayor moved over to the chamber. We all just rotated to get what done needed to be done.
Interesting.
And so I worked for the school system for a couple of years, signed a contract there. And after that 2-year contract was up, I kind of looked around and said, what do I really want to be when I grow up? And is it the community outreach person for the school district? And I knew the answer was no. So I also didn't know if I was going to get back into the chamber industry or not. So I just logged onto Indeed and thought, well, let's see what's out there. And lo and behold, the very first job that popped up on Indeed was Sherman Chamber president. So I just looked up at the Lord and said, okay, here I go. And came out to Sherman and interviewed. And I told my husband when I got out of the car, I said, I feel like I'm interviewing them more than they are me, because I don't know if I want to move 2 hours away from my family and all of that. Right. And I walked into that room and boy, they had like 10 or 12 people all lined up to interview me. And as I was introduced to each one, I realized they weren't chamber people. It was people from all over the community. SEDCO people were there, hotel owners, just members at large. It was a room full of people that cared about what the chamber was going to be in Sherman. And I was like, I got to be a part of that. That says a lot about a community. Absolutely. Will come out and interview somebody like that. So I just hit it off with them and they gave me the job, and I started mid-July of last year, and it has been just amazing ever since. Friendliest place.
Well, I've heard lots of good buzz around town since Sandy got into town, especially about the re-energized chambers. What I've heard a lot is that pumped back up. So what would you say are your favorite things that you've implemented for your first year?
I think what my favorite part is that I have truly been given the opportunity to just assess the community as to where are the voids and what voids were caused by the chamber, what voids may be caused by just society, or just the things that need to be filled in any community. And the town has been very kind in just being open and honest with, this is what the chamber has been, this is what we would like for it to be, and this is how I want to help to make it happen. So I've been able to just kind of stack all those dominoes in a row. We very early on instituted a Sherman Chamber calendar, or it's actually a community calendar. So it is the Sherman Community Calendar. It is right now housed on the Chamber Facebook page, website, but it has nothing to do with chamber membership. This is just a community thing that we did to help, because so many nonprofits and downtown and Parks and Rec, there's so many events going on all the time that nobody knew where to go for who, what, when, where. It was just confusing, I guess. Yeah. Great, kind of confusing, because so much is going on. But
confusing.
Somebody needed to own a landing page that would house that. And so I said, you know what, let's do it. We happen to have a software that has a calendar on it. So we launched that back in October, November of last year, and just started putting everybody's events on that one calendar. So I was proud of that, to just be able to do that for the community as a give back right away, and get everybody just kind of in line so everybody sees what everybody else is doing and can support each other.
That's so good.
Because then I quickly started filling my personal calendar up with all of those events that I was coming across as we were uploading it onto our calendar, and have been able to meet a lot of people through all of the fundraisers that people do around here. It's been fun.
That's super fun.
Yeah. So that was the first thing, I guess. After that, we did a whole lot of internal operations, just making sure the systems were correct inside so that when we grew, we wouldn't drop any balls.
Right.
But starting January 1, we relaunched all of the benefit packages that people want to see, added a bunch of marketing pieces to that, took on some marketing partners like these guys here, some marketing partners, and just have been able to add a lot more to what people see as chamber member benefits and that they're beneficial. With that came the relaunch of our ambassador program. So we have a big, fat, healthy group of ambassadors. They're not fat. They're fat. It's a healthy group of ambassadors. But we've probably got, 15 or 20 in our ambassadors. They actually go out into the community and they talk to the businesses and make sure they're using their chamber member benefits and they're feeling support from the community. So that's been a great group of folks, volunteers that we've been using. Outside of that, we, of course, have a very robust leadership program already going that I got to inherit, thank goodness. Gosh, what else? It feels like I've been drinking from a fire hose, but just so much potential was sitting here waiting for me to mine it.
Yeah.
So I've just had my hard hat on mining it all. It's been fun.
I love it. Yes. So now that everyone kind of has a view of what the chamber has going on and ways to get involved, I would love for you to take the opportunity to explain what is a Chamber of Commerce.
Good question. That is a great question. And funny that you asked that question, because I think that there are chamber board members in the country that couldn't ask that question.
I could believe that.
Question. Because chambers are so different. And I always say, once you've seen one chamber, you've seen one chamber, because they're all so different intentionally. They have to be different. Chambers of commerce were invented way back in the 1400s in France. This is one of the oldest entities in creation. But they were originally created because the business owners in the town, the merchants, the commerce, the people that provide commerce, had to protect themselves. A lot of times it was from the local government and taxations and different rules that they were running up against challenges to be able to sell their hens or their chickens or whatever on the streets like they did back then. In fact, the insurance industry came about because of chambers. But as time has gone by and it's come over now to America, it is basically a fraternity is what it is. It's a fraternity of business owners, and they pool their money together because it's easier to use a group of people's money than be able to afford each and everything by themselves. So I could go out as a business owner and buy a big radio package of all these radio ads potentially, or maybe not. Maybe I couldn't afford it. But if I grouped with 3 or 4 other businesses and we bought that package together, it's a very similar thing. It's just businesses pooling their money together to do great things. So chambers in the history have been known for more tourism type things, bringing people to the businesses in their town, things like Woodstock, the Miss America pageant, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That's all chamber work in various communities. But all we do is we constantly assess our communities and say who needs what. And that's what we are. So when somebody says, what is a chamber? I say whatever it needs to be.
I love that answer.
And that's truly the answer. And it sounds like I'm not answering it, but that's truly the answer. Because one year we may be somebody that's helping downtown revitalization. The very next year we may be helping court Tyson Foods to Sherman, or whatever it is the where we need to pivot and be and fill that void or that gap.
So if there's somebody watching this that is just dying to be involved with Sherman Chamber and all you have going on, what do they do?
I just need their blood on the line. I'm just kidding. Getting involved in the chamber is so easy. You can get involved in the way of just coming to networking events and building relationships.
Like Plug In that you mentioned earlier?
Plug In. We do Unplug every month. We do the regional one every quarter with the other chambers. So it can just be building relationships. But if you're more somebody that wants to kind of get in the nitty-gritty and volunteer, love to invite you to be part of our ambassador program. Our ambassadors truly go out into the businesses and talk to our business owners and get to know them. That's more of a hands-on thing. Sometimes we ask them to do a couple of other things like stuff goodie bags, but we try not to make them work too hard. An ambassador, the little agreement we have them sign, they only commit to about 5 hours a month. So it's not something that anybody couldn't commit to. Other than that, once you've been an ambassador for a year, there are opportunities to serve on committees, on strategic planning workshops. There's a much higher level work that we always love to recruit people to be part of, and serving on the board and those kind of things. But being a chamber that has about 60 nonprofits as members of our chamber, we can always plug you into one of them as well. So if you have a special interest in a food bank or domestic violence or whatever it is that one of our nonprofits serve, we will connect you with one of those and let you serve from your heart, because that's what is really most important to us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for all the info,
Of
Miss
course.
Sandy.
I can talk all day long.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for being here.
I appreciate you having me on.
Appreciate it very much.
We've got lots of stuff coming up in July and August too. So just want to make sure everybody knows about the community calendar that we operate in Sherman. You can go to shermanchamber.us and you'll see the community calendar under our little events tab. Perfect. You can always stop by and call us too, because we love visitors.
That works as well.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, Sandy, and thank you for all the information. So you heard it here, folks. You want to get involved in Sherman? Here's your girl right here, Miss Sandy. Lots of opportunities coming up in June, so be sure to check their website out for all of that information. And thank you for joining us today on the Buzz Around Texoma, brought to you by the Point Restaurant in Pottsboro. We will see you here on Thursday at noon on YouTube every week. So be sure to like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and we will see you here.